Hi, today we're working with division patterns with decimals. If you're using the Go Math book, it's 5th grade, 4.1, and it's standards 5.3G, 5.1C, and 5.1D. So here we go. We're going to start thinking about multiplication because we know that division and multiplication are reciprocal operations, which means they're opposites. So 740 times 1, 740. 740 times 10, 7,400. And 740 times 100 is 74,000. Here we go. Let's look at what happens when we divide. Well, 740 divided by 1 is 740. 740 divided by 10, well, if I were going to make groups of 10, I could only make 74 of them. And 740 divided by 100, well, I'd only be able to make 7 4/10 groups. Well, what does that mean when we're using this pattern for decimals when we divide? Well, here we go. Let's try 35 7/10. Well, 35 7/10 divided by 1 is 35 7/10. 35 7/10 divided by 10. Well, over here, it looks like we moved our decimal place 1 to the left to get our next answer. So when you're dividing by 10, you're really moving the decimal place 1 to the left, and this works because we have a base 10 system. So we'd be at, my decimal was here, I'm moving it 1 more to the left, so 3 57/100. And if I were to continue on and divide by 100, well, my decimal was here, and I need to move it 2 to the left, 1, 2. I'd put it here. What if I were dividing by 1,000? This gets really interesting because we need to continue to remember what we know about our base 10 system. So the decimal was here, and I need to shift it 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. I'm left with this whole. I need to put a placeholder there. So there we go. Let's give it another try. Board up, okay. 150 2/10, and I'm going to start by dividing it by 1. I'd get 150 2/10. 150 2/10 divided by 10. Well, I know I'm going to shift my decimal to the left 1 spot. It was here, so it needs to go right here. I should have saved it some room. All right. 150 2/10. This time I'm going to divide it by 100. It was here. I need to shift it 2 spots over. 2 zeros, shift it 2 spots over. 150 2/10 divided by 1,000. I'll give you a second to think about that. All right. It was here. I'm going to shift it 1, 2, 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. So because we use a base 10 system, when we're multiplying or dividing by 10, we can quickly move the decimal over to give us our answer.